Vishwam Mahavishtum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrsingham Bhisanam Bhadram Murtyum Namamyam. Dear children, we have discussed last class calculation of the radius of an orbit. So when the electron E of charge E of mass m is moving with a velocity v in an orbit of radius r of the atom of an element having atomic number z, then the outward centrifugal force will be mv square by r, and the nuclear force of electrostatic attraction will be z square by r square, and by using the formula mvr is equal to n into h by 2 pi, we calculated the radius of an orbit is n square h square by 4 pi square z e square m. So since n is the principal quantum number, by substituting the value of n equal to 1, we can this is all a constant. So a constant quantity into n square will be the radius, first radius, second radius, third radius. So Bohr calculated for hydrogen atom, where he put that z is equal to 1 and n equal to 1, and he calculated the radius. It came as 0.529 into n square angstrom unit. That was taken n equal to 1, 0.529 angstrom unit as the Bohr's radius, and the radius of different orbit could be calculated. Now this class we will come to the energy of the electron. So the energy, now we are going to calculation of energy of electron. Calculation of energy of electron. So the energy of the electron, E will be what? Is equal to its potential energy plus the kinetic energy. So the potential energy, when you go to your physics, potential is mgh, that potential energy, what we had, what is this? mgh. Mgh, h is the distance of the body from the surface, m is the mass of the body, g is acceleration due to gravity, the force of attraction of the electron. So just you think about the atom. So here the radius will be the h, and the force of attraction is what? Z square by r square. The radius is r. The radius is the h equal to what? We will put here r, h equal to r, and this mg will be equal to what? Z square by r square. Because why? Now this is the earth is attracting acceleration due to gravity, that force mg you are taking as. Here the force of attraction is what? Z square by r square. So this mg is equivalent to Z square by r square, and h is equal to r. So the potential energy will be Z square by r square into r, that is Z square by r. So the potential energy Pe of electron will be equal to minus Z square, that is Z square by r square into r, that comes to minus Z square by r. So this is the potential energy of the electron. The kinetic energy of electron will be half mv square. Half mv square. But what is mv square? So if you go to the equation 1, mv square is equal to what? Z square by r square. So mv square by equal to Z square by r. We have taken the outward mv square by r. mv square is equal to Z square by r. That equation 1 we have taken. So we will put here. So that is equal to Z square by 2. We put the value of here, mv square is equal to what? Z square by r. Z square by r. mv square Z square by r. So we will put here 2r. So now, therefore, the total energy of electron total energy of electron will be equal to what? The potential, this is the kinetic, kinetic energy is mv square by 2r. Z square by 2r and minus what? Z square by r. The potential energy is Z square by r. So this will be minus Z square by 2r. So minus Z square by 2r. So it will be minus Z square by r 2r. So here the why minus this negative value, why this value comes? Energy, how it will no. How we calculate, what is this? This is electrical field. So the electron, how to calculate the energy? The electron will come from the infinity to that point. So the work will be done by the electron to bring the charge, any charge from the infinity to that point. So it is losing energy, it will do the work will be done. So that's the reason we get the value here minus. Here also when you are calculating potential energy, you are putting minus mgh. There also you are doing the same thing. Here also you are doing the same thing, you are getting minus Z square by r 2r. So now we will put the value of r here. We will put the value of r. What is r? R equal to n square h square by 4 pi square Z square m. So substituting the value of r from equation 3. We are putting here. So E, energy of the electron moving in the nth orbit. N is the principal quantum number. En is moving in the nth orbit, will be what? Minus Z square by 2 remains r is n square h square multiplied by 4 pi square Z square m. We put this value here, n square h square 4 pi square Z square m. So now this 2 and cancel, 4 will cancel. So the answer will come how much here? This 2 minus, it will be minus here will remain. So 2 pi square Z square, Z into Z square E fourth m by n square h square. So we got the equation now. The energy of the electron moving in any orbit of an atom, of element, of atomic number Z will be how much? That is En, moving in nth orbit, En will be minus 2 pi square Z square E fourth m by n square h square. We got this value. Now children, you see here, this all these values are constant, or these values are constant. So the energy of an electron moving in any orbit will be what? 1 by n square into a constant, this constant. So that is what? That you got at 2 pi square minus, here putting here, minus 2 pi square z square e fourth m by h square, is a constant, into 1 by n square. So this is a constant. If you put the value of all this thing, you will get a constant value. And this constant value into 1 by n square will be the energy of the electron. So this is the equation. We get here the equation 4. Now this is a very important equation relationship. Now we got here E, energy of the electron, E is minus 2 pi square z square e fourth m by n square h square. So this is our equation 4 we got. Because I am putting the number here, because we will be using these equations in calculating the energy required for the electron jump, the energy the electron will emit during electron jump. All these things we will be calculating, hence I am putting this value. So pi is, Z is the atomic number, E is the charge of the electron, M is the mass of electron, H is Planck's constant, all these constant quantity, and by n square. So this taking now, if you substitute the value of all these values, so what is the value of H? So value of Z, for he calculated for hydrogen atom. Bohr, all the calculations Bohr made by the hydrogen atom, because the simplest atom is hydrogen. From hydrogen atom, every atom can be calculated by only by putting the value of Z. So E is 4.803 in 10 to the minus 10 electrostart unit. M is the mass of electron, 9.109 in 10 to the minus 28 grams, and H is 6.626 in 10 to the minus 27 second. By putting these values, he could calculate and multiplied by constant into n square. That is the value he got for the energy. So energy of electron moving in any orbit of hydrogen atom will be En is the nth orbit. So n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 2. So we get here 2 minus 2 pi square e fourth m by n square h square. So this is equation 5. By putting all these values and n equal to 1, we can calculate the energy of the electron. We can calculate the value of energy of the electron. Okay, so I am now calculating the value and got the value. Now the energy of the electron we are going to calculate, that in the hydrogen atom is En, means moving in any orbit, n equal to 1 first orbit, n equal to 2 second orbit, n equal to 3 fourth orbit, like this, is equal to 2 pi square e fourth m by n square h square. Now if we substitute the value of pi e m h, if we put, this comes to substituting. Now if you substitute the value of E, M, H and pi, if you get what you get here, so En, energy of the electron moving in nth orbit of hydrogen atom, will be minus 2.179 into 10 to the minus 11 by n square arg atom. So this is a constant. This is the constant. This is the constant. Sorry. This is the constant. You got this is the constant. So 2.179 in 10 to the power minus 11 arg atom is the constant by n square. For n equal to 1, we get hydrogen. So for that is, if you go to in kilocalories, if you convert this, the value you will get as minus 313.6 by n square kilocalories per mole. Kilocalories per mole. If you put it as a for kilocalories, now that will be equal to 13 minus 13.6 by n square electron volt. 13.6 by n square electron volt, because 1 electron volt is 1.602 in 10 to the power minus 12 arg. 1 electron volt is 1.602 in 10 to the power minus 10 arg. If you put the value here, you will get the 13.6 electron volt. So that means in different units we got the value of the energy of electron moving in any orbit. So if you want to get in the first orbit, if you want to get the first orbit, you will put n equal to 1. So the energy of, he calculated the energy of the electron in the first orbit of hydrogen atom. So E1 for hydrogen atom, E1 moving in first cell, E1 moving in first cell is 2. E1 means what? N equal to 1, it is E1 is equal to 2 minus 2.179 in 10 to the power minus 11 arg atom, or that is minus 313.6 kilocalories mole inverse, or that is minus 13.6 electron volt. So this is the energy of the electron in first orbit. If suppose we want to get the second orbit, what will happen here? 2.179. Suppose somebody will ask you what is the energy of the electron moving in second orbit of hydrogen atom. Calculate the energy of the electron moving in second orbit hydrogen atom. So in second orbit, if you go to second orbit, what will happen? N equal to 2. So the energy E2, the energy of the electron E2 will be what? 3 minus 313.6 by n square. N square is what? 2 square. Here n is equal to 2 E2. Upon second orbit means what? N is equal to E2. So minus 3136 by 2 square, that will be 3 minus 313.6 by 4, that comes to 7, then 3, 8, 4, 78.4 kilocalories mole inverse. So this is the way one can easily calculate the energy of the electron of hydrogen atom, first orbit, second orbit, third orbit. Now we will calculate the energy of the electron involved during electron jump, because what the Bohr has told, the electron can jump from one orbit to the other orbit. The electron can jump from one orbit to the other orbit. Why he calculated this? Now because he got spectral lines, one spectral line, another spectral line, another spectral line, he got this. So there is no question of electron walking from one orbit to the lines are not continuous, so there is no walk of electron. The electron goes from first orbit to second orbit. How the electron will go? When the electron will absorb energy, will move from first orbit to second orbit. The electron, that amount of energy it will, if I observe, then he will go first orbit. If he will observe the energy of fourth orbit, then go to fourth orbit. the energy necessary for the electron jump from one orbit to lower orbit. So then also we can calculate. He calculated both the things. So calculation of energy involved during electron jump. So let the electron, so the first orbit, let the energy of the electron E1 is moving in orbit E1 of principal quantum number 1 will be how much? 2 pi square z square E fourth m by n1 square h square. When it is moving in principal quantum number n, any orbit, I'm first orbit, second orbit I am not doing, I am telling any orbit. So n1 h square, and what will be E2? So here is a minus sign, so E2 will be what? 2 pi square z square E fourth m by n2 square h square. So here is minus, here the minus. So the energy, what the Bohr postulates? The energy involved during electron jump is what? Delta E is what? E2 minus E1. The energy involved during electron jump is what? E2 minus E1. E2 minus E1 will be what? You will put this is E2, this is E1. So this delta E will be equal to E2 minus E1 will be what? 2. So we'll take the common because both are 2 pi square z square E fourth m by h square is common. So we'll take the common as the delta E will be this delta E. It will be how much? 2 pi square z square E fourth m by h square. We'll take the common. Then 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So this will be 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So this is a general equation now you got, that the delta E is this equation 5th, if you put it, the equation 5, the 2 pi square z square E fourth m by h square 1 by n1 square 1 by n2 square. So these are constant. This constant value is how much? That value is 2.179 10 to the power minus 11 ergatum or 313.6 kilocalories or 13.6 electron volt. Suppose somebody asks you a question in entrance exam, you get a question that what is the energy the electron has to jump from first orbit to second orbit. So this is 313.6 this value, and 1 by n1 square means 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square. So 1 by 1 minus 1 by 4, so 4 minus 1 by 4, so that will get you 3 by 4. Just you multiply this value by 3, 4, so this you get. So this is a very important derivation. So these are constant, we know it value and we can calculate. Now then from this value, the value of the frequency, that is what? Nu wavelength, the lambda of radiant energy could be calculated. He could calculate what is the frequency of the energy the electron has to observe, or what is the energy of wavelength, what is the wavelength of the energy the electron has to observe, that has to be calculated. So he could calculate that. Why? Because it's known. So what is this? From Bohr theory it is known delta E is equal to E2 minus E1 is equal to h nu. Therefore h nu will be equal to what? 2 pi square z square e fourth m by h square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Now this value is known, so h nu. What is h? H is Planck's constant. What is nu? Nu is the frequency of radiation. So this nu will be frequency of radiation. So will be what? 2 pi square z square e fourth m by h cube. If I get the h here, this becomes h cube into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Okay, what is nu? We know that nu value, Planck's quantum theory, nu, a theory of electromagnetic radiation, we have read. But nu, the frequency is equal to what? C by lambda, where C is the velocity of light and lambda is the wavelength, nu is the frequency. So we put this value here, we put this value here. So now when you put this value here, C by lambda will be what? 2 pi square z square e fourth m by h cube into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. You got this? Now you see here, so now 1 by lambda will be equal to 2 pi square z square e fourth m by h cube c. We get the c here, h cube c into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So what is 1 by lambda? 1 by lambda is equal to nu bar is wave number. So this we have read in theory of electromagnetic radiation. That the children, I told you, the board could apply the theory of Planck's quantum theory and theory of electromagnetic radiation, all the values, and calculate it in his model of atom, and could get all these elementary calculations. So 1 by lambda, the nu bar is equal to what? 2 pi square z square e fourth m by h cube c into by 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So all these are what? These are constant. Z is a constant because fixed for an atom. E is a charge of electron, m is this, h equal to this, and c. So for he calculated for hydrogen atom. So this he called as this constant. So 2 pi square for hydrogen atom. For hydrogen atom, what? Z is equal to 1. Therefore, nu bar he got as 2 pi square e fourth m by h cube c into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. He got it? 2 pi square, that is 1 e fourth m by h cube c. Now this is a constant. All these values are constants. So 2 pi square e fourth m by h cube c is a constant. All these values are constants. Constant is called as Rydberg constant. Rydberg, Rydberg constant is called as Rydberg constant, and he used the value r. So this 2 pi square e fourth m by h cube c is a constant, is equal to called Rydberg constant. He put the value here, so he got the value now. So nu bar is equal to 2 is r into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So where r is called Rydberg constant, and this is called Rees combination principle. This is called Rees combination principle. So if you come to the Bohr model of atom, for hydrogen atom he calculated. So the value of R, the value, experimental value of R from Balmer series. Balmer series is the visible light. Balmer series he calculated, he got 109,677 centimeter inverse. He got the experimental value as 109,677 centimeter inverse against theoretically value 109,679 centimeter inverse. So he calculated this value 2 pi square e fourth m by h q c. He put the value and got how much? 109,679 centimeter inverse. And he conducted an experiment and calculated the value of R from the Balmer series. And this two is 109,677 centimeter. What is the difference? The difference 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th place ray, you have only difference 2. So this explains this identical value of both experimental value, the experimental value, mental value is equal to the calculated value. So the experimental value is equal to the theoretical value proves the validity of the hydrogen atom. Validity of the hydrogen atom. See how wonderful scientist the Bohr is. How wonderful scientist the Bohr is, who could explain from this Rees combination principle, he could explain the hydrogen spectrum. He could calculated the spectral lines, the value of the spectral lines. So nu bar is what? If you know once your nu bar is 1 by lambda, so you can know the wavelength. And if you take c by lambda, you can get the frequency. So from this equation, we can calculate the frequency, we can calculate the energy. Why? E equal to h nu. E equal to h nu, nu equal to c by lambda. So E equal to h into c by c into nu bar. We can get the value. So this is the way the Bohr theory, that is the reason why Bohr model of atom is a quantum mechanical approach, where he could calculate radius of an orbit, the energy of electron, the energy involved during electron jump, and calculated the Rees combination principle, and the Reid-Bohr constant experimental value and theoretical value proved the validity of hydrogen atom, and taking this Rees combination value, he could explain the hydrogen spectrum. And that I have told you in my last video, that video that you have 34, class number 34, that you have in our atomic structure, that you have in that I have told you the advantages of Bohr model of atom. Now there I have used this calculation of radius of orbit, all this we have done. So next class, children, we will study how Bohr has explained hydrogen spectrum perfectly well. That's a very important thing. The world was waiting for that answer, and Bohr could explain. So next class we will read the explanation of hydrogen spectrum by Bohr model of atom. If you have not subscribed our channel, then subscribe the channel. You will have all the notifications. Go through all these videos. You can understand very well Bohr model of atom. This is very important for both CHSE, CBSE, because all of you, CHSE and CBSE, this topic you will read in your physics. You will read in physics in 12th class. And in every entering exam, you will getting numericals from this chapter. Thank you very much.